Hey Scorpio, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading. This is the third week of May and I'll be doing one for the fourth week of May. But after that, I'm switching to monthly only in June. So like, share, and subscribe if you want to keep up with those. Since they'll be coming out less often, you might want to subscribe to get that notification bell when they come out. It'll still be a week by week breakdown using your monthly theme that came out in your annual, but it won't be pick a card. It'll just be a little bit longer and maybe a little bit more in depth. This is a general reading for the collective, so if you want something that's just about you, I offer those in an email format, and that can be found in my Etsy page, which is linked below. This week's energy is about your self-worth, and this Two of Pentacles is about everything that you may be balancing. So are you putting too much on your plate, putting out too much on yourself, balancing too many things because your self-worth is derived on what you can accomplish or what you can be to others, or is derived externally in some way? So I'm using Affirmators and Tarot of the Sacred Feminine. I have stack 1, stack 2, and stack 3. There are timestamps below so you can skip to the one or more than one that you feel has a message for you. So, stack 1, you have Judgment, Justice, and Ideal Partnership. I am a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. So I'm liking that kind of mirroring reflection reference with the Two of Pentacles. That's just an interesting synchronicity. Not only that, but we have the two angels here, and we have the scales of balance, of equality and equanimity. Anyway, those were just side notes. This feels like you may be waking up from some kind of hibernation or some kind of truth, coming alive to right a wrong, or to set a record straight, or to reestablish equilibrium, to reestablish balance. It's like you have been maybe living in either denial of what you deserve or in acceptance of less than what you know you deserve, if that makes any sense. And so this can be advocating for yourself, standing up for yourself, and having it out in an existing relationship where it comes to division of labor, whether that's physical or emotional labor. But I don't feel, it's just showing that up until now you might not be being met halfway. And so whether that means advocating for yourself in your current relationship or setting higher standards for your next one, it is show you finally advocating for yourself around those things. Stack 2, you have the Sun, King of Cups, and Story of My Life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for the best inner monologue. Okay. So the King of Cups and the Sun, it is screaming clarity and emotional mastery. It's like you're, even with this, being like the director of your life and the writer of the story, it's like being in your power because you have the courage to shed the full light of day onto your emotions, on finding out what they're trying to tell you, what needs are trying to be met, what needs are trying to be expressed, running towards them instead of running away from them. And that gives you the full power of choice of response. So knowing what stays and what goes here is going to be easy. You're going to have 100% clarity on what you're doing for you, what you're doing for others, and more importantly, why. When you get a sun you're reading, I don't have to talk long because everything's going to be pretty crystal clear and makes sense when you get to that week. When you move through the week, you're not going to need a tarot reader to tell you to unveil anything or to reveal anything to you, because this says that it's all going to make perfect sense to you. Stack 3, you have 2 of Swords, 10 of Cups, playfulness. I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins put sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. I love this deck. Okay. With 2 of Swords, it feels as though the answer to this isn't going to be found through logic. That adding the emotional labor of that exploration, trying to sort that out, is going to be too much. It's going to tip the balance. You don't need it. You don't need more work. You have enough going on. Too much going on. So it's like you'll be able to access this sense of intrinsic value through tapping into something that gives you pleasure. This value that's untied from your contribution. Can you make room for the emotional fulfillment that this type of energy can bring you by clearing out this sense that you have to be doing something productive all the time? Can you rebel against that mandate to always be up in your game, to always be on the hustle, to always be contributing in some way, that making yourself better contributes to society better, that just by being born you have value? And so that's not going to be something that you're going to be able to think through. It's not going to be something that's going to make logical sense. It's going to be something that you have to step back, actually put some of this down even without permission, and allow the fun, allow the fulfillment, allow the joy of that moment. And in that, this reveals itself, because it's not going to be a thought process. It's going to be something that just arises from, it's like having to put the cart before the horse. Pursue that happiness, pursue that joy of fulfillment. And in that's where that feeling of value is going to come from the inside out. I hope that makes sense, okay? I'll talk to you in a week, Scorpio. Thank you.